Good morning, students. How are you? I really hope you are good. Stay at home and stay healthy. I know that you are watching this video because you really want to know the difference between meaning and idea in a poem. For most people, they think that meaning and idea of a poem are just basically the same. They are wrong because meaning and idea in a poem, they are different. Yeah. Let's take a look to the next slide. So there is one poem that's very good to illustrate about a reader who only seek an idea. Yeah. Little Jack Horner sat in a corner eating a Christmas pie. He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy I am." Yeah. In this poem, little Jack Horner sat in a corner eating or enjoying his pie and thinking about getting the plum out and then think that this is the goal of eating a cake or the pie. Yeah. This is just similar to a reader who only reads the poem and thinking about what is the message, what is the idea. That they think that the idea is what matters, not the poem. Yeah. In this poem, little Jack Horner thinks that as if the pie existed for the plum, just like the reader who believes that as if the poem existed for the idea. The meaning of the poem is the experience it expresses, nothing less. Yeah, some of the readers are baffled by a particular poem and ask perplexedly, what does it mean? They want something they can grasp entirely with their minds. To tackle this problem, we distinguish the total meaning of a poem from its prose meaning. So there are two meanings of a poem. The first one is called the total meaning, and the second one is called the prose meaning. Now let's take a look what they mean. Yeah, the total meaning of a poem, yeah, it means the experience it communicates, which can be communicated in no other way. Yeah, so the total meaning is the experience that is expressed by the author, yeah, for the audience. And the prose meaning is the ingredient that can be separated out in the form of a prose paraphrase. Means that this is what usually we call the idea or the message. Yeah. But remember, the prose meaning will not necessarily or even usually be an idea. It means that the prose meaning is not always an idea. It could be something else too. You see, prose meaning could be story, could be description, could be emotion, could be account of human characters, or could be an idea or a message. Yeah. This is a slide where it tells you about what is the example of this kind of idea. Like in the poem entitled "Oh, What Is That Sound?" page 28, in the Parents book, yeah, it tells a story. The eagle is about description. A red, red rose is about an expression of emotion. My Lost Duchess is an account of human characters. Yeah. None of those poems is directly concerned with ideas. So ideas is not always, prose meaning is not always about idea. It could be something else too. Okay, you understand that? Let's move to this next line. Yeah. The idea in a poem is only part of the total experience it communicates. Yeah. The value and worth of the poem are determined by the value of the total experience, not by the truth or the nobility of the idea. Means that when you want to judge what makes a good poem, you will go to how the author expressed the total experience or the total meaning, not about the nobility and the falsity about the idea. Yeah. A good idea will not make a good poem, nor need an idea with which the reader does not agree ruin one. It means that when an idea is really good, it does not guarantee that your poem is good. It also means that when an idea of a poem is not similar to what you believe, it also does not make this poem a bad poem. Do you understand? Yeah. The reader of poetry should be willing to enter imaginatively into ideas he objectively regards as untrue. Means that when the reader read a poem and find that the idea means or having a philosophical meaning that is different from what he believes, yeah, this reader should be accepting that and then try to enjoy the poem for the sake of the total experience it expresses, not by looking at the nobility, the truth, or the falsity of the idea in a poem. Yeah. Let's take a look at one very good example. So there is a poem entitled Barter. Let me read it for you, or you can read it with me. Yeah. Life has loveliness to sell, all beautiful and splendid things. Blue waves whited on a cliff, soaring fire that sways and sings, and children's faces looking up, holding wonder like a cup. Life has loveliness to sell, music like a curve of gold, scent of pine trees in the rain. Eyes that love you, arms that hold, and for your spirit still delight, holy thoughts that star the night. Spend all you have for loveliness, buy it, and never count the cost. For one white singing hour of peace, count many a year of strife well lost. And for a breath of ecstasy, give all you have been or could be. This poem has an idea that life has loveliness to sell. Means that when you like to see something, grab it and don't care about others. Leave everything behind, like your job, like your obligation, like your responsibility. Just like an example, when a students try to study very hard because tomorrow is an exam coming, yeah, and then there are friends who come to your dormitory and say, hey, let's go and watch movie together. And these students say, all right, I'm gonna watch movie with you. Means that the students try to get the happiness, the beauty of life, and left the responsibility for studying. Okay, so this poem is about that idea that when you are over by the world or the nature about beautiful things, grab it. Yeah, try to get it and forget about everything. Yeah, that's the idea of this poem. The next poem, yeah, is a really good poem also, but it has different idea. Yeah, it calls or it entitled "Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening." Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it quiet to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the swift of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Yeah, you see, this poem is about something that is the opposite of what the previous poems tells you about. This poem tell you that a man, yeah, I'm gonna go to the previous slide. That doesn't go very well. Let me just see all slide, and then I want you to go back to this slide. Yeah. So a man stopping in a wood and then thinking that this wood is so beautiful because it's snow and it's nobody there. Yeah. Whose wood these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his wood fill up with snow. Means that somebody who owns this wood will not see this man stopping there and enjoying the beauty, he will not know about this. Yeah, he can keep enjoying the beauty, but then even the horse thinking that it is weird that the man stopped to enjoy the beauty while nobody else there, no farmhouse near. Yeah. He also think that uh, it is okay. I mean, the owner of the wood is not there. It's okay to enjoy beauty. Yeah. But then he remembered that he has promised to keep. That's why he wants to go on. He wants to continue the journey. Promise, the word promise here is used because it's something really good that you have to keep. Yeah. That any ethic or norms say that you have to keep promise means that this is something really important that you have to still do it. Yeah. But I have promised to keep means that he remembers about the obligation, the responsibility, or family's wait at home, that he should go back immediately. Then means that in this poem, the poem tells you that whenever you are facing beauty, but you have to choose between these beautiful things and your responsibility, you have to always remember you have to go to do your responsibility. Yeah, it's so different from the previous poem, right? That the previous poem tell you that the world has loveliness to sell, so meaning that when you have beauty and responsibility, beautiful things and responsibility, just choose beautiful things. That's the first poem. But this poem tells you when you have beautiful things and responsibility, go for responsibility, because this is the promise that you have to keep. Yeah, these two poems have different two ideas. But when you are asked which poems is actually better, you cannot determine from the nobility or the falsity of the idea. You cannot say, oh, I think the second poem is better because I think that's what I believe. We have to keep the promise. We have to do the responsibility and forget about all, the temptation. Yeah. You cannot say that. You have to be so fair and objectively see which poem actually express a better experience. Yeah. So you have to see the total experience rather than the idea. Yeah. In summary, to determine a good and bad poetry, you have to see the total experience it communicates rather than the idea it holds. Do you understand? Okay. So yeah, this slide gonna explain. Let's see. Both poems present ideas. The first more or less explicitly, the second symbolically. Yeah. Two questions for the second poem. Why does the speaker stop? Why does the speaker stop? Because the wood is so beautiful. Yeah. And yeah, he stopped to watch the woods fill up with snow, to observe the scene of natural beauty. Why does he go on? Yeah. He goes on because he has promises to keep. He has obligation to fulfill. Yeah. And then he is momentarily torn between his love of beauty and these other various and complex claims that life has upon him. Yeah. The small conflict is symbolical of a larger conflict in life. The sensitive thinking person would like to give up his life to the enjoyment of beauty and art. Another is aware of larger duties and responsibilities. Yeah. The speaker would like to satisfy both impulses. Yeah. End of chapter. So I'm gonna summary again before you get bored with my video, that the meaning and idea, they are different. Yeah. The meaning, there are two, the prose meaning and the total meaning. The total meaning is the experience it communicates, and the prose meaning is the ingredient that can be separated out from the total experience. So when you try to determine which is better, you have to see the total experience, not the idea. I think that's all my video. Thank you for watching.